And because this is my world, the new year starts February 1st. Thank you. Thank you. It's so funny to me because in my last video, I was like, don't say it's a flop era. It's honestly, it's just winter time. And as I was preparing for this video, I was like, so prepared to be like, January was a flop. I didn't do anything, only to actually recap the things that I did. And I was like, wait, no, this is great. I actually had a great month. So, welcome back to my channel. My name is Naomi. I'm a third year PhD student, and I'm also just like a young woman trying to figure life out in very unprecedented times. And that's me putting it lightly. There's a lot of things that are up in the air for a lot of people, myself included. And there is this juxtaposition of me feeling like super concerned half the time and like stressed, but also being really excited because I know that moments of uncertainty allow you to get creative. They also allow you to welcome in things that are perhaps different that you never really knew that you wanted or needed. And it's also one of those feelings of like, can it get any worse than this? And the answer is always yes. It can always get worse, but as someone who catastrophizes in my mind, is that a word? I I don't know. Finish that thought for me. So in my Road to 30 video, I presented 5 domains that I was going to be focusing on glowing up in as I approach 30. And I thought that it would be really nice to frame this video within those 5 domains. So if you don't remember, I'm here to help you remember. And you probably don't remember because that video has all of 37 views, okay? It's fine though. It's fine. I put the idea into the atmosphere. The domains are health, work, academics, career, professional, whatever you want to call it, home improvement, or just like home life, socializing, and then creativity. Okay, those are my 5 domains. And in the month of January, I most certainly addressed all of them in one way, shape, form, or fashion. And now I will go through each domain and we will talk about what I feel went well and what I think could use improvement in the next several weeks, in the next couple of months, whatever the case may be. Okay, stick with me. I promise it won't be long. I'm going to try to make it short and sweet. I do like to talk though, and even though I said I'm tired of talking, that doesn't mean that I'm going to stop talking. And that's my problem. That's the problem, Naomi. All that talking. Okay. So let's start off with this health and wellness domain, okay? Something that I want to highlight that I am proud of for the month of January is the fact that I maintained my weight, okay? Weight is something that I have struggled with for my entire life, and I have spent the better part of this decade addressing my relationship to food, my relationship lesser so with exercise, because one thing I do know as someone that's been working out for a while now is that it's that kitchen. It's that kitchen. You will not outrun that fork. You got to be doing the work in the kitchen. And someone who, again, got hit hard by the winter storm and also just it's taking it easy because it's January and we shouldn't be on 10 all the time. And as someone who likes to just snack and eat in general, I'm happy that I maintain my weight. Okay. Now I do want to get back on the side of going down, but we maintain. I can't be mad at it. Okay. Now, what needs improvement in this domain? I, you have to laugh. I raked up 13 late cancellations in the month of January for workout classes, which is embarrassing. Okay. It is like that's almost half of a month of late cancellations, which is horrible. I was still going to classes, but the thing about a late cancellation, you get charged for it. Who got money to be getting charged? Not me. And I was still just dibbling and dabbling. Some of them were out. Here's what I'll say. Some of them I didn't anticipate. But some of them I definitely could have just locked in a little bit sooner and saved myself some money and stress. And I didn't. So I'm going to do better about that. If I need to cancel, I'm going to do my very best to do it within the 12-hour window so that I'm not getting charged, because we don't have money to just be thrown away behind workouts that we're not doing. That's not it, okay? So, yeah. In terms of work, career, professional life, and all of that jazz, academics, full-time student, you know what I'm saying. I am just pleased to have started the semester off strong. I have quite a bit on my plate this semester, and there's also still some like looming uncertainty and things like that. And instead of focusing on the things that I don't know or that I can't control, I have been really good about just grounding myself, speaking well to myself, and taking initiative when it comes to the things that I can't control, if that makes sense. So, yeah, not really too much to say because it's, the semester is just starting to pick up. Like the first couple weeks, you're still getting in the groove of things. You're still getting to know your professors and what the class structure is going to look like. You might not even be in the same classes that you started with because of the ad drop and all that. So things are starting to pick up. I am starting to feel the weight of the responsibilities, but in the grand scheme of things, I'm very happy. I'm very pleased with what I'm doing, and I'm very grateful for the kind of work that I do. I will say though, I could always work on the procrastination. I could definitely always, do a little more each day. And I think another thing that should probably be addressed, and it kind of goes into the health domain a little bit, but making better use of my mornings. There were a couple times, especially in the past couple weeks, I didn't mention it in the flop era video, but it still exists, where like the snooze button was hit when it definitely could have been, reading time or writing time or just anything else. So I'm doing well, but I could be doing better. And I feel like that's everything in this video, but you get what I'm trying to say. Okay. Naomi, the student, she's doing all right. Naomi, the researcher, she's doing all right. Okay. Thank you. So next I'm going to move into home, which is probably going to be the shortest, but also one of the most important in my opinion, because I spend a lot of time here at home, but I think anyone's home should be a place where they feel happy and comfortable and safe and excited to be. Like, hello, I'm gonna get my rent's worth. I don't know about you. So something that I've been proud of is the fact that I have been getting rid of things unapologetically, just slowly but surely decluttering. Now, what do I need improvement on? I could get rid of more. I could most certainly get rid of more, and or just stop pressing add to cart for certain things. I will say I spent like the last year and some change, maybe a couple of years now, just being really mindful about what and when I purchase. I do still subscribe to Amazon. I still, get a couple 2-day deliveries here and there. And while it can be convenient, it can also be too convenient to the point where I'm just buying stuff just to buy it. Like, I don't necessarily need a backup of a backup of a backup of certain things, and then some things sound like a good purchase in the moment, and then I never use it. For instance, I got a fabric shaver a couple years back, and I remember getting it, being so eager to use it because I had a sweater that was pilling, and I used that fabric shaver. I don't think I ever used it. I never used it, and I finally got rid of it because I never used it. Now, of course, I get rid of it and a new something starts pilling, but that's not the point. Okay, the point is that I'm getting rid of things that I previously would hold on to with the mindset of just like, I might need this eventually or whatever, and I'm moving on. If I do need it, I know where to find it. I'm very grateful to be able to have my needs met, all of my needs, and a whole lot of what I want. So yeah, I'm not gonna continue to play myself or my wallet. Okay, yeah. Kind of similar, but also a little different is the realm of creativity. So I attempted to do Vlogmas last month, and I was still proud of how I showed up, because those 3 YouTube videos and maybe 10 to 12 TikToks definitely got me in the zone and just like got my wheels turning about how I want to show up as a creator. And also just had me like flexing the muscles that are necessary to do this consistently. I think something that you'll notice if you look across either of my accounts, which you should, and you should be subscribed to both, I'm just saying, is that I can have a period of like go, 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 and I can be consistent for a little while and then it tapers off. Something happens and it tapers off. And I posted a video every single week of January. And I am so proud of that, to the point where like I can't believe this is me. And it's so funny to say that because when I started this channel, I was posting weekly. So it's not that I don't think myself capable. I've done this before, but there was just a lot going on where I wasn't feeling it. I didn't feel inspired. And I'm also learning to create through those moments where I don't feel inspired as well. Sometimes that's when you'll find a breakthrough. Not all the time, but sometimes, it's like I feel uninspired. I created some uninspiring content and it don't give and nobody will ever see it. But there are also times when it's like, that is the best thing that I've ever put out. That video that I thought I looked a mess in and I wasn't really saying anything to anybody in general. I was just, yapping, has the most views, So it's just funny how it all works out. And again, as somebody who was in a little bit of a slump creatively, really, really proud of myself and how I've shown up. I think I could do a lot better at having a bit more strategy around the content that I post. It's funny because I've also been like a content strategy manager before for other people. And I've managed to create a calendar for them. And like, I know what this looks like, but applying it to myself and my own content, it's funny how there's a disconnect there. But I'm patting myself on the back and I hope to continue this streak because I'm proving to myself that I can do hard things that feel a lot harder than they actually turn out to be, but are still not necessarily a walk in the park either. Like, filming yourself requires multiple takes. It requires making sure that you're not stumbling over your words, that you have something to say, whether or not you're doing like a carousel on TikTok or a video itself or a vlog, whatever. Like, it requires some thought. It requires flexing a different muscle, the right brain, if you will. And I don't always use that all the time because of the kind of work that I do. So go Naomi. And last, but most certainly not least, the socializing piece. I wanted to focus on my social life because I know that I'm someone who lives a little bit alternatively. Some of the decisions that I've made in life have made it such that I am experiencing adulthood in a different way than a lot of people do. And you're probably like, girl, what does that even mean? Honestly, I don't even know what I'm talking about half the time. But I will say that in doing what I'm doing, whether it be like for work or just, in life, I am very mindful that I need to be a lot more intentional in the ways that I build community. I mentioned in my reflection, I think it was like 2 weeks ago or so, how like I'm not necessarily the type to center romantic love. And as you get older, you realize that it is through romantic connection that a lot of people have social lives. They get away with primarily socializing with their partner or partners, depending on the setup that they have. Or they're, if they have children, that's another way. It's the friends of your partners. It's your children of your partners. It is the groups that often form around the more traditional way of being an adult in our society. And as someone who is unpartnered, someone who doesn't have children, I find it very easy to kind of just be to myself. And this was even when I was younger and was a kid. I am an introvert. It doesn't seem like that because I know how to have fun and I know how to make people laugh, and I do like being outside, but I also like being to myself and I like being alone, and I just enjoy my own company. But with that being said, I know that it's not sustainable to only talk to myself. There's a better way of putting that. But I know that to be a member of a community, to reap the benefits of community, which so many people say that they no longer receive, you gotta put something in to get something out. And I was looking back at the month and I realized that I had 6 pretty substantial, significant, I think significant is a better term to use, social events that I was able to attend, and I'm so happy. They very much fed my soul in different ways, and they included 2 brunches with the girls. Okay, one of them was a Founders Day brunch, another one was just a Junior League girly brunch. I went to a birthday party for a friend. I went to a dinner again on Founders Day. Shout out to DST. I went to an afternoon tea type gathering with another friend from the Junior League, and then I had a catch up with a girlfriend from grad school, which was technically before the birthday party, but I made it into 2 events because that's how they felt to me. Thank ya. Okay, so where could I improve when it comes to the social life? I will say that I could do a little bit better about texting people when I think about them, especially people that I don't text on the regular. There's about 5 to 7 people who I regularly engage with, and most of them are related to me. But even if not, like, as much as I love those people, I could branch out a little bit more. I could, check in with that friend from college or from high school or an old co-worker, even if those bonds still exist, because sometimes things fizzle out. But for the people that I just don't talk to as much or I don't hear from as often, I could always reach out a little bit more, pick up the phone, call them, text them, all of that. Because again, you got to put in if you want to get something out. And again, I'm not delusional about the kind of life that I lead and the kind of community that I seek to be a part of and seek to help build as well. So that's it for the social domain. And that's also going to be it for this video because I'm tired. I need to take a shower. I told myself that I needed to film this as soon as possible, which is directly after a hot sculpt class. So I will be doing that after this goes up. But all in all, January was not a complete wash, even with what felt like a half month flop era. I know. I need to give myself some grace. I need to cut myself some slack. But regardless, I'm looking forward to the rest of the year. I think February is going to be awesome, not just because it's Black History Month and not just because it's my birthday month and my mama's birthday month and one of my favorite cousins' birthday month, but like, because I say it's going to be great. And anything that I say in my life goes. Hello. Thank you. I keep saying hello a lot, but it's better than goodbye. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.